Nobody believes you, bro. Nobody believes you.
What's going on there, guys? We back with another one. And we got to talk briefly about Ja Morant on today, guys. Via ESPN Macmahon on Twitter, he says that Ja Morant and his camp feels like the NBA and the media is out to get him. I have to address this, and I won't be long before you. But this is exactly why people feel like Adam Silver's suspension was way too light. For him to even feel like he didn't get off the best way he possibly could, like that this was the best case scenario from what transpired over the last 6 months, is insane. You hear Stephen A. and them say it all the time. If David Stern was still the commissioner, he might have gotten a whole year the first time he did something. So to see him sit up there and his family and act like somebody is out to get them, it's kind of disrespectful. And anybody that said that this suspension was way too lenient, I could see your point now. And the accountability is not being embraced at this point. I ain't saying it still can't be in the future, but to say everybody is out to get you while all they're doing is reporting the things that have validity to them, that's well documented, that you participated in, people got screenshots, you show yourself doing God knows what on the internet, and we know that some of the exotic dancers may be putting a little sauce on some of the stuff, and it's not what they saying it is. But we also know you've put yourself in compromising positions and done things that isn't the smartest. So to come out and point towards the media and the NBA shows a lack of accountability and shows Adam Silver is soft for that suspension that he gave him in the first place, in my opinion. 25 games is far too weak. They looked at the business and said, hey, we can't have him out too long. He a Nike athlete too, and we got deals with Nike and all that. So all that went into it. The punishment doesn't fit, I can't even say the crime, but the several incidents that he did over the last 6 months. I just want to share that with you guys. I feel like the NBA has dropped the ball. We may see Ja Morant in another predicament later. I hope I'm wrong, but by them coming out and putting this out there, that they feel like people is after them, shows they have no accountability for none of what has happened. You know, you can't say, what about them, what about them? No, what about you in the situations you put yourself in? You about to be the face of the league, or one of them at least, and then you stunted your own career a little bit. Now you could bounce back, but this isn't a good start of the suspension. I cannot believe Adam Silver is this weak, man.
Not moving on from the biggest story in the NBA, though, the 25-game suspension of Grizzlies star Ja Morant for conduct detrimental to the league. The NBA announcing that today after his second infraction in 2 months for brandishing a gun on Instagram Live. Mike and Frank have much more on Ja Morant in tonight's PTI bonus topic.
Okay, Frank, did Adam Silver get it right with a 25-game suspension for Ja Morant?
I think they came close. I think 41 would have been appropriate, because I think if you go back to March when they suspended him 8 games and Ja Morant got called up to New York and told the commissioner to his face that he was going to change his ways, and he didn't do that. In fact, he told all of us he was going to be different. So he made the league look bad. He made the commissioner look bad. And I think this all goes back to what happened in January on the loading dock with the Indiana Pacers. That's when the league should have taken control of this. He should have probably gotten 5 games back then. When it's your buddies threatening players from the Indiana Pacers traveling party, there's an issue, and that's on you. And hopefully now, finally, Ja Morant will get it, because it's a privilege to play in the NBA. He's going to make a ton of money. He's a big star. But at some point, and he's not a kid. Don't talk about the kid's got to do this, the kid has to do this. He's not a kid. He needs to grow up finally. That's what he needs to do.
Yeah, and there's some doubt about that. I've talked, Frank, to people who have been in law enforcement and security, veteran people who know a whole lot more about this episode than, say, we do.
Yep.
And the league knows more, too. We don't know it. Everything's not out there. There's other stuff that Ja Morant's been involved in that people who have been reporting on this stuff know of. And he lied to the commissioner. He's lied to everybody.
Yep.
His words mean nothing. And I'm told by those people in law enforcement and security over a great many years that until Ja Morant divorces himself from the people, the crew he's been around, they expected that behavior to be the form, the norm. And so let's see. It's up to him to prove it. And I would not have suspended him for 25 games. I would have suspended him indefinitely. And the indefinitely means maybe it's 20. You show me, you do something to show me you're ready to come back earlier, okay. But if you do stuff that continues to show me you're not ready to be worthy, you're not worthy of this product and this league and our trust and confidence, I'll sit your butt down for a long time, half a season, a full season. And so Ja Morant doesn't deserve any benefit of the doubt, right?
No.
He sabotaged that himself. He was defiant. He said, I'll go back. I'll show you on another live stream. I don't give a damn.
That's right.
So I would say I don't give a damn about your future until you prove to us that you are worthy of this league.
Yeah.
So no, 25 games is not necessarily the right amount. It could be, but I don't know. We don't know. Anybody who says they know is being an idiot. We don't know what this young man is going to do until he shows us.
Yeah. And he had a statement today which hit all the right notes, but Ja, at this point, no longer about words. It's going to be about your actions.
Deeds.
That's
Deeds,
it.
actions.
We're done. Back to you.
You want to know the only thing more expensive than the California state tax? The stupid tax that Ja Morant's paying. Officially suspended 25 games. Now, let me give you all the real deal information that you need to know. Why 25 games? Because in the NBA starting this year, if you do not play 65 games in a season, you're not eligible for postseason awards. Meaning, Ja Morant, by being suspended 25 games, can only play a maximum of 57 games. Therefore, he can't make an All-NBA team. He can't be the Defensive Player of the Year. He can't be an NBA MVP because he will not meet the minimum requirement of games. So 25 games is the initial punishment, but the secondary punishment is eliminating him from any postseason awards. Keep in mind, he already lost out on $40 million, a $40 million contractual escalator by being suspended so many games this past season that voters didn't put him on an All-NBA team. The stupid tax that Ja Morant is paying is not only costing him dollars, but also the front row seat as the face of the NBA here in the next couple years. Do not pay the stupid tax, and Ja Morant paying it in excess.